Hey guys, it's Vicky, and today I'm here to share with you my reading plans for Spookathon 2019. I'm really pumped for this readathon. It's my third year doing it, and I always think it's a lot of fun because it deals with spooky things, and I love spooky things, and it's just a really fun readathon to do. It takes place from October 14th through the 20th, and it is hosted by Kayla over at Books and Lala, so I will link her announcement video down below. Yeah, it's a pretty, chill readathon. There are some challenges, but basically the whole idea is to just kind of read some spooky stuff, so I am all for it. So the first challenge is to read a thriller, and that's always a challenge during Spookathon. That's one that they always have, and for that I'm going to be reading Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier because I feel like this is the OG of thrillers. At least that's what I've been told. And it's one that I've been dying to read. So I'm making it a priority for Spookathon to get this book read. It is about a 400-page book. So yeah, it's going to be a challenge, but I'm up for it. So Rebecca is about a woman who marries this man named Mr. De Winter. It's a very quick courtship, very quick marriage, and she goes to live at his estate. And he had a previous wife named Rebecca who died. And there seems to still be very much a presence in the house of this woman. And it's just about the new Mrs. De Winter trying to deal with that. So I've heard it's very psychological, it's very gothic, it's very suspenseful. And so I feel like it's going to be perfect for this challenge, and I'm super excited. The second challenge is to read a book with red on the cover. So I'm going to be reading a graphic novel for this one. I'm going to be reading American Vampire Volume 1. This one is by Scott Snyder, Stephen King, and it is illustrated by Raphael Albuquerque. And I'm so excited to read this series, to start this series, because it is like American history, but with a backdrop of vampires thrown in there, and that just sounds super cool. And I know Joni over at Joni Reads has been gushing about this series for a while now, and so she's totally pushed me to read this series, and I figured since the first volume has a red on the cover, it's gonna fit the challenge. And I always like to also try to read a graphic novel during readathons just because it's just kind of a nice palate cleanser. They're quick. You know, you feel accomplished when you finish it. So yeah, I'm super excited about this one. And yeah, I feel like it's been a minute since I've read a vampire story too, so it's gonna be a good time. Challenge 3 is to read a book with a spooky word in the title. So for this, I could go with, there's 2 books that I'm gonna go with that could fit the challenge. The first one is American Vampire Volume 1 because vampire is a spooky word, right? Also, some people may find American to be a spooky word. Hey, it's very much open to interpretation, right? But the other book that I may use for this challenge also is And the Trees Crept In by Dawn Kurtagich. Because to me, crept is kind of a sinister, spooky sort of word. And yeah, this one is, I believe, a YA horror, which I don't think I have ever read before, so that's interesting. But it's about these sisters who go to live with their aunt, and she lives in this manor in the middle of the woods, and it's a creepy old house. And yeah, they feel like from the minute they get there that things are not right, and that the trees are slowly moving inward, and that the house may be haunted. So sounds like a lot of fun. I love a good haunted house story, so excited to dive into this one. The fourth challenge is to read a book with a spooky setting. So I'm gonna double dip and go back and do And the Trees Crept In because it sounds like it's a haunted house sort of book, and that's definitely a spooky setting. And then the fifth challenge is to read something that you wouldn't normally read. So for that, I have 2 books that I'm going to use. The first one being And the Trees Crept In, because this is, like I said, a YA horror, I believe it's classified as, and I don't think I've ever read that before. So yeah, that's exciting. But the other one that I am considering is Beloved by Toni Morrison. And this one because I have never read Toni Morrison. How? I don't know. but I hear that she is amazing. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to this book. It also could fulfill the challenge to read a book with red on the cover, because this is red. It's kind of a pearly red color, but it's red. And the other reason that this is kind of something I wouldn't normally read is because I believe this is more of, it has horror elements, spooky elements, but it's mostly like literary. So I don't think I've read too many books like that, modern type of books like that. So I'm really excited to dive into this one. All I know is it's about a woman who is being haunted by her dead child, whose name I believe was Beloved. And I think it deals with slavery and things like that also. So there's a lot going on. But yeah, I think if I do this one, I think I'm going to try it on audio because Toni Morrison narrates it, which sounds fantastic to me. So yeah, excited to dive into this one as well. All right, guys, so those are the books I'm planning to read during Spookathon. I'm kind of double dipping with some of the challenges, so I'm hoping I can get them all completed with these 4 books kind of happening. So yeah, I'm really excited, and I'm hoping to also vlog the experience. So yeah, you have that to look forward to, I guess, if it's something you'd want to see. But yeah, let me know down below if you are taking part in Spookathon. What books are you reading for the challenges? I would love to hear. Yeah, it's going to be a fun week. I'm really excited. So I hope you guys have a good one, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.